안녕하세요 여러분, 제 이름은 AJ예요. My name is AJ and welcome back to Shadow Spinner Reacts, where we are continuing with more of Marry My Husband. We are on episode 12 now, and it's really weird because like Sumin's married now. That they've accomplished that. It feels like we have 5 episodes left. We have 5 episodes left, including this episode, and it feels much more like we're closer to the end, or at least I would have expected us to be closer to the end than we actually are. Because we've still got roughly a third of this series left, and we've already gotten the two antagonists married so that they can make each other miserable. So I don't know if there's like just 5 episodes of watching the world burn. I mean, obviously we have a lot of other plot lines to wrap up, but this is something I would have expected us to be at, like maybe at the start of episode 15 and not at the start of episode 12. So I'm very interested to see what else is going to go wrong between now and then, because obviously stuff is going wrong or there wouldn't be this much time left in the series. I'm not going to give any predictions because I'm genuinely, like, I would have expected this to be a much later time. We did appreciate her ex-classmates showing up and making a scene at Sumin's wedding. We do have time left. Maybe we'll just focus on our hopeful side ships for the next 5 episodes. And of course, we've got to figure out how to actually pass off the car crash. That's literally the main thing. We gotta handle the stomach cancer, but remember, nobody died of stomach cancer in the previous life. So Minyoung is not destined to die of stomach cancer. Nobody died of stomach cancer. Somebody got it, but nobody died of it. That's very important. But other than that, I'm like, what else is there left? So I don't know. Let's just get into it. Gigi, I'll be happy to see more of them on screen. Also, can we focus on our other ships? Can we get Minyoung divorced, and test out Mr. HR dude? I think they said Lee. I'm pretty sure they said Lee, but I'm gonna keep calling him Mr. HR dude, to see, what that could possibly turn into. And then of course we've got, Haeun and Eunho that we've got to figure out how to get them together. It's got, like, we have 5 episodes. Let's focus on our side couples, and then of course just all the cuteness we can get from GT going forward. And yeah, let's get the ball rolling. Spoken like a kid who has no idea how much cars cost. 운전 조심해라. So her mom didn't even go that far. She's still physically fairly close to where they live and doesn't bother to visit or anything. That's how she met Sumin. Don't forget the kindness that people show you, but don't let kindness you received in the past from somebody give them permission to treat you horribly in the present. People change. Not everybody changes for the better. Don't say you'll explain it. Say it right then and there. You say it. You say it out loud right there. You don't say I can explain it later. You just look straight at the person who came to you and say we are not engaged. Our families tried to get us engaged. I did not agree to this. You say it right there in front of both of them. Did he not fix this with her earlier? Did Jihyuk was supposed to deal with this with her earlier? Oh, she broke off the engagement. Oh, come on. You saw him again for the first time with another woman that he's clearly hanging out with, and now you want him. You don't even want him, you just don't want somebody else to have him. Oh, she's like Psycho Stalker on this. Well, she's doing better than Eunho did. Eunho did no good driving. No, you can't. Cancer is not something you endure. Okay? You can't just endure it and have it go away on its own. That's not how that works. You gotta treat it, and this is absolutely a time when it's okay to rely on other people. You have a daughter. You have to be there for your daughter. Different people have different personalities, so what is right for one person isn't necessarily right for another person, but she actually does know what it feels like to be in Minyoung's position. Gaslighting is real.
우리 결혼식 때 네 친구들이 와갖고 그 지랄 연병을 떨었는데 내가 너한테 뭐라고 했냐?
회사에 3주 동안 돌았다고 나한테 핸드폰
Yeah, you were upset and threw your phone at me.
아 그래.
Yes. Okay, so he's gonna do the same thing to her that he did to Jiwon. This is why everything you do is your fault, and everything that I do is also your fault. Now she's starting to realize, this is how he treated Jiwon. What's going on here? What's happening?
뭔가 있는 것 같아요.
Somebody's done something. So we're thinking that Mr. Kim is intentionally sabotaging the project. Sorry, my little bean was wanting to see what I'm up to, so he's temporarily over here a little bit. Talk to him. Come on. Come on. You know him well enough by now to talk to him, although she's been burned bad enough in the past. Hi. Hi, little bean.
내가 결혼했다는 소리 들은 적 있어요?
Did you ever hear that I was married? Like, in the past life. That's right. Pull it up.
원래도
그냥 내가 너무 행복한 꿈을 꿨었구나. 깨달은 거죠.
난 가족을
Yes, what
만들고
are you trying to eat my headset? Ronan.
그래요. 실수했어요.
This is a sad scene, Ronan. Ronan, this is a sad scene. We've fixed the lighting. We've passed the baby off to the husband. I'm gonna back it up a little bit.
때문에
If you're in a marriage that is a loveless marriage, like there's no obligation to stay in that marriage. I'll give that. There's no obligation to stay in it. If it's a bad relationship, you can get out and you can remarry afterwards, but you don't abandon your kid ever for any reason, under any circumstances. You don't abandon your child.
한 거죠. 빠른 수술이 가능할 겁니다.
He got that prepped just in case she got cancer again. He's very upset, though, that you lost faith in him so quickly. Like, you can't, after everything he's done, you can't treat him like he's like Minyoung. You can't do that. That is not fair to him.
난 좀 신경 쓰이는데.
This is where you look at her and say, I don't care what bothers you. It's not going to be the best lighting ever, but the light outside is fading fast, so
회사 상사가 좋아졌을까?
she doesn't owe you an explanation. She doesn't owe you an explanation. You don't owe her an explanation. And you should have at least, even, you don't have to tell her anything. And actually, if you had any respect, she's beginning to bother me. And I don't mean Boa's beginning to bother me. I mean, Jihyun is beginning to bother me. Because even if she ends things with Jihyuk, she still needs to respect Jihyuk enough to look Boa in the eye and say, that's funny, he told me he broke off the engagement with you. You don't have the right to call me here, and that's all I'm gonna say.
내가 되게 싫어하는 게 너 같은 애들이에요.
Throw water in her face.
별것도 아닌데 고고해. 욕심.
Actually, the wine. Grab the wine, toss it in her face. She broke the glass at your feet, you throw the wine in her face.
참 뻔하네.
Thank you.
내가 싫어하는 인간도 딱 너 같은 애들이에요.
Thank you.
내 인생은 유주혁 없이도 바뀌었으니까.
I'm perfectly capable of changing my own life, thank you very much. There we go. Throw it back in her face. I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated.
정신 차리자.
You do need to get a grip, but not in the way that you think you do. Like, come on. And she still doesn't know that he dies. Oh, is Mr. Lee gonna take that? I'm guessing it was Lee. I'm trying to remember. It's Mr. HR dude. Is he gonna take the place? Nobody knows what you're doing right now, sir. Nobody knows.
계약하라고 하셨으면서 왜 제 탓하세요?
Thank you. I mean, as much as I don't like Sumin, it's about time somebody put this family in their place. I'm kind of happy that his family's being put in their place, but I did want Sumin to be slightly more miserable, but at least she will be unhappy in their relationship. Oh, she just dropped that on him.
오빠가 나한테 핸드폰 던졌을 때
Oh,
배가 아프더니
she's gonna make him carry that guilt forever.
뭔지도 몰라.
So she's gonna make that his fault, even though she was probably never pregnant in the first place. So now he's gonna have that massive guilt that he's gonna feel like he killed his own kid. She's got the upper hand of evilness back. Like she is back to being the ultimate evil. Up there's the sponsor. Dude, you have a chef. You have a chef. Reach out to Eunho. Reach out to Eunho. Reach out to. You have an obvious answer here. They have an obvious answer just sitting there. It's sitting there. It's got a ship attached to it. Protein salmon chips.
계속 말하고 싶었는데 너 되게 변했어.
Not towards you. None of that change is ever going to be directed towards you.
그게 아니야. 남자 같아졌어.
Pause. Because now, of course, it's brightened up again. This is the problem with having my lighting be the natural light from outside, is weather changes in the middle of recording the video, and this is what happens.
왜 손대는 거 싫어해?
He's not yours.
나 누가 내 거에 손대는 거.
Then put her in jail. If you know that she does stuff like that, you need to put her in jail.
오빠는 절대 바람 같은 걸 피울 수가 없다고요.
He's got a good sister. She is going to bat for him. She is really going to bat for him. No, she's not. That is a horrible... No, Grandpa, you got... No, she doesn't. A woman does not need spite to protect her family. Yo,
맞아요. 그 말씀하셨어요.
you've got really, really bad relationship advice happening here.
사실 알기 전까지는요.
Wait, so are they half siblings? Because
알고 나서는 희연이도 불쌍하고.
Haeun said that they're not even siblings. Why would you want him to be with somebody who makes him miserable? Why would you want that? Why would you want him to be with somebody who makes him miserable? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, no. Suman ain't gonna let this slide either.
하지 말고 장롱 정리하면서
He's gonna no. Be like, no, I'm not your maid. She'll get a divorce before she puts up with this. I give it a week. Can she... I was hoping she would die smothered in blankets.
민현을 나한테 버리고 돈 많은 남자로 갈아타.
Well, at least we know what the next 4 episodes are gonna be about. Like, we've managed to do enough damage to things that were perfectly fine. You know, she and Yura can be really, really good friends. They can go be psycho together. What is happening? What is happening? Excuse me, I'm watching a couple of psychopaths. You can't just drop a baby on my head. I'm paying attention to the show.
지금 규지혁이 부러운 거야?
Yeah, he is. Are you dancing in the...
버린 거라니까.
그래서 이 자식 뭐 어쩌자고 씨.
Divorce you, obviously.
위자료는 받아야 될 거 아니야.
Compensation for what?
작아져. 같아.
No, you don't.
까지도.
You're thinking you know things about her that she doesn't know about herself, which is possible. Sometimes that's actually very true. When you know somebody for a long time, you realize things that they themselves haven't figured out. That's dangerous. Now, what's her mom's take on this? Like, is her mom actually scummy enough that she is going to try to extort money from her daughter?
잘 컸네.
You have a lot of nerve reaching out.
이뻤다. 이뻤지. 내 새끼인데 뭐가 안 이쁘고.
What is going on here?
미안타.
I have no respect for her mother.
엄마의 빈자리는 컸죠.
And I don't buy any words coming out of her mouth. I feel like she's exactly like Sumin is.
내일 혹시 뭐 하세요?
No, no, no. Do not invite this woman back into your life.
괜찮으시면
Do not invite this woman back into your life. I'm frustrated.
엄마는요? 잘 어울리나?
Is this a real sequence?
아유, 안 그래도 이런 거 하나 하고 싶더라.
Her mom is doing the same thing to her that she did to Minwon.
다 알고 있었나?
Yeah. Yeah, I think she did. Okay, good, 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 good. I was worried she was actually buying this nonsense.
누가 또 엄마를 이해하노?
Oh, I don't understand you, and if no one else understands you, that's your own fault.
나 돈 없어요. 엄마도 없고요. 전에도 없었고 앞으로도 쭉 없을 거예요.
Awesome.
그 수준이니 그러고 살겠지.
Ugh, what is she planning? We saw what she was willing to do to people in the past, so... But... Ji-hyuk did a really piss-poor job of putting her in her place. He should have looked her in the eye and said, I'm not interested in you, I don't belong to you, I'll date whoever I please, and if you go after anybody because of it, I will personally assist with putting you behind bars. That's right, yes, go back, go back, go back, come on, go back, go in, go in, go in, go in, go in, go in. You know, come on, we got 6 minutes left in this episode. You know you want to go into that room. No, come on, be brave. Your entire second life is about being brave. Be brave, go into the room, apologize, tell them what's going on inside of your brain.
저는 나도 왜 이렇게 힘들까?
I don't know. Why is it so hard on you? We thought you'd grown a spine. And she still doesn't know that he dies. She still doesn't know that he's gonna die. At least he saw that she went there. Something bad is about to happen here. Something very bad is about to happen. They're gonna pause without anything happening here, aren't they? Okay. 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 I'm not gonna say the whole they could have gotten out of the way thing, because getting out of the way of an accident is very different than getting out of the way of somebody who's intentionally trying to hit you. Okay. Well, that was... Does that count as his car crash, though? We know he ain't dead, so does that count as his car crash? Maybe his fate was just to get into a car crash. We don't have to talk about the dying part. Like, okay. We've established that she's absolutely psycho, so she's gonna end up getting arrested. We need to get her arrested instead. They can all just have their horrible fates, but let's get her arrested. I think she's the one that we really need to make sure is put away. She needs to be taken out entirely. Absolutely entirely. Just so many what the hecks are going on inside my head right now. I have no... Like, I'm just so baffled right now. Like, we're in the last third, we've introduced an entirely new villain who wasn't even a villain in the last life. He got rid of her in the last life. He did. He got rid of her in the last life, and now she's a villain. And she's like Sumin on steroids. It's okay. That's gonna be it for this episode. Once again, this is on Amazon Prime. And don't forget to check out the Patreon. We got different tier levels if you want to be able to vote in the polls for what's going to come next. Although we are gonna be closing out. By the time you see this on YouTube, the polls will be closed. But we continuously are gonna have. I continuously am going to have more polls up for what to keep watching next. Then there's also the early access tier or the full uncut reaction, or just hang out with me on YouTube. Whatever floats your boat, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that you're here. I feel like we just took like a major left turn without any warning here in this show. But hey, you know, I've been wondering what we're gonna do for the next, you know, 4 episodes now, and now I know what we're gonna do for the next 4 episodes. It no longer feels like this next episode should be the end of the show. God, we just made such a mess for no reason. Alright, but that's gonna be it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye!